Afternoon all. Hope you had a lovely weekend in the sun. But today is a much cooler day, very still, no wind, and rain threatened tomorrow. So ideal day to get on with the planting out. And so in this bed, I've put quite a lot of my little gem lettuces from the tub. They've come up with not a bad root system, but not huge, because really I sowed them far too thickly. So they've got a lot of leaf to root. So if they do wilt, I'll just pinch off some of the leaves and then they will regrow. And what's left in the tub here, as you can see, loads and really going for it, we'll just gradually pick to eat. And in the half that's empty now, I'm going to sow some more seeds. So there's a bit of a succession of them. And hopefully those ones we'll eat from now on, and then these ones will come to maturity as hearted up lettuces, although even some of those we might eat earlier, because of course if those are all mature at the same time, we're never going to get through a couple of dozen of them. I'm very much trying to do mixed use beds, so in the corner of this bed, going up this support here, will be 4 or so runner beans. Where the canes are will be a couple of courgettes. Since those are still really little, I'm going to keep them a week or two, pop them on because they're growing fast, but keep them a week or two before putting them out. And by the time they need the space, we'll be eating the lettuces. And then in the middle is one of my sunflowers called Stella, which is one of the small flowered multi-branching sunflowers that are lovely as cut flowers, but not so vigorous that it's going to outcompete the courgettes and the lettuce, which is really a sort of catch crop before the courgettes and the beans need to get going. And then also at the front, I've put this panicum, which is a really beautiful foliage plant for flower arrangements, because that won't compete with the lettuces or anything else. And finally, I've put in some little seedlings of borage, which I found growing in the path when I started weeding it. They seem to want to grow in the path, but I'd quite like them to grow in the bed. So we'll see where all that goes. And the really good news is my sad tub lettuces have perked up and some little beans growing in there. So a bit more of that later in the week.